In this guide, we will talk about the Gang War Guild Wars 2 meta event that happens in the Echovald Wild map, and we will explain how it works in details. I will leave a link for the Wiki Timers to know exactly when the meta starts. You will find squads doing this meta event under the End of Dragons tab, and then you will go to the Echovald Wilds. And in here, you will probably find something that says Gang War meta or the Echovald Wild meta. The first thing that will happen is that some NPCs will group up at the Mori village and discuss their next step. This part of the meta doesn't actually do anything, and there are no mobs to fight or events to complete. You just wait for the NPCs to be done talking, and the first actual event will start at the Kroppa waypoint. You will have waves of mobs coming to try and take the village, and your job is to defend it from them. When you are done with that event, two more events will spawn. One of them will be all the way west side of the map at the Altrum Mines point of interest, and this will require you to collect supplies. You will find those supplies in boxes and bags spread around the event, and you will also get them by killing mobs. And then you will find an NPC up on the rocks when you give them the supplies, and when you collect enough, this event will be over. The second event will be very close to the Kroppa waypoint, and it will take place at the Silo Outpost point of interest. In here, you will have a bunch of mechs attacking the village, and you will try to kill them. However, they will have a shield protecting them. To break that shield, you can talk to the NPC that gives you some turtles, and then use your special action key on them, and it will break the shield, and then you can kill them. And if you already unlocked your siege turtle mount, you can use their skills to break the mob's shields. Once you are done with those two events, 3 more will spawn, and all of them will be relatively on the east side of the map. One of them will require you to kill some ritualists that will be tethered to an object. Only after you destroy that object is that you will be able to kill the mobs. And the other one will require you to clear mines, and the way you do that is to equip a mine kit and then use your special action key to reveal the mines. When you interact with the mine to defuse, you will see in total 3 colors that will appear in a specific order. Try to match that order on your own skills from the mining kit, and the third event will give you another kit that will reveal some hidden mobs. Skill number 1 will give you some sort of a radar that shows you how close or far enemies are. When it shows you a yellow ping, that means the enemies are a little bit far away. And then when it's red, it means the enemies are a little closer. And when you see a red ping that is flashing very quickly, use your skill number 2, and this will reveal some mobs. And then you kill them and repeat. When you are done with those events, you will go towards the middle of the map in the junkyard, and there you will find 2 events that are very similar to ones you have done previously. For the first one, you will need to talk to the NPC that give you a turtle and then use it to destroy the shield and kill the mechs. And for the other event, you will need to kill some ritualists after you destroy the object they are tethered to. Next, you will do the last part of the pre-event where you will fight 2 lieutenants at the same time. To finish this event successfully, both lieutenants must die relatively at the same time. When one of them dies, you will have a window of about 10 to 15 seconds to kill the other one. When you are done with the lieutenants, you will fight the last boss. And it will be a giant mech you will need to fight, and it will have 4 phases. The first phase is from 100 to 90%, and here you are going to encounter 2 attacks. The first one will be some mines spread on the ground that will have some AoE around them, and they will explode after a few seconds. And you will always have some safe spots to stand in between those mines. The second attack will be the mech trying to pull you to a specific location where there will be a red AoE doing very high damage. Just try to move your character in the opposite direction of that pull, because if you got hit by that red AoE, you will take very heavy damage. At 90%, he will move to another spot, and then the next phase will start from 90 until 60%. During that phase, the mech will not do any new attacks, it will be the same ones from before, but on top of that you will find a lot of hand mechs around and a lot of lasers that will shoot AoEs on the ground. And those mech arms will also try to pull you and stun. You can kill them, and you can also break their bar. At 60%, the mech will move again, and then the next phase will start until 30%. And starting from this phase, on top of the previous attack, there will be a new mechanic that you must try to handle well, because if you didn't, you will most likely either go down or even die. This new mechanic consists of 2 attacks. The first one will be him slamming the ground, and wherever his fist landed, he will leave behind a bunch of junk boxes. And he will do this attack with one fist at a time. So you will end up having 2 junk boxes, one on the east side and one on the west side. The next part of the mechanic is a very big AoE attack that will knock you back and it will do significant damage. The only way to counter this attack is to stand behind those junk boxes that he left behind. And you will see some white circles indicating exactly where you should stand. Any other location, you will most likely go down or even just completely die. And that is why during that phase, it's a good idea to spawn your Jadebot personal waypoint in case you ended up dying. At 30%, the boss will move one last time, and then the last phase will start from 30% until you kill it. And during that phase, you will see all of the attacks we mentioned before, including the big AoE attack that kills people, and there will be also one new attack. He will slam his head on the ground and he will have some sort of big AoEs in a straight line. As for the rewards for this meta, assuming you will do the pre-events as well, you will end up with a very decent amount of Imperial favor and wreaths of Echovald wilds, some blue, green, and rare unidentified gear, and some other random loot. The most important reward you will get will be the Echovald Wild Hero's Choice chest, and when you open that chest, you will have different options to choose from. As of right now, and based on the current market prices, the Amalgamated Gemstone is the most profitable item in the chest, but the Jade Runestone is also very useful if you are crafting the Generation 3 End of Dragons legendary weapons. You will only get that Hero's Choice chest when you do this meta for the first time per day. If you have any questions about this meta, or if you have any ideas and suggestions for future guides, please let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to check more of my End of Dragons guides, including some gold making ones, I will leave a playlist on your screen now and also in the description below. So I will see you in the next guide.